Do you want to hear yourself? Do you want to hear yourself?
Doesn't matter.
So you're gonna have an echo. A little echo. Clouds.
Hello, friends, and welcome to McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario. We're at Ron Joyce Stadium on the gorgeous campus here at McMaster in the Dundas Valley. This is your League One Ontario Women's Game of the Week. We've got Hamilton United going from right to left, taking on Pickering. This is a game that's going to see two teams who are in positions they'd rather not be this season, looking to improve upon the results so far that they've seen. Expect to see Pickering lined up in a 4-4-2. They're missing about half their regular starting squad, notably Holly Babbitt out of the squad here today. Coach Dmitry Ovechnikova telling me before the match that he's got just a lot of players who are away on vacation and prior commitments. And on the other side, speaking with Hamilton's head coach, Miranda Wiley, similar situation. Really hoping for better results this season than what they've received. Not the success that they were hoping for. They faced a ton of adversity, a lot of injuries. Brianna Caldwell's been out, Georgia Merriman as well, who are two players who figure heavily in the lineup and were going to be relied upon and have been unavailable. Yeah, and you're going to have Pickering in the white and Hamilton in gray. And we are underway. This will be Bailey to put it in for Jimenez. Jimenez has found Pourbachiari. Pourbachiari puts a shot in towards goal, and that's easily handled by Paris Gavopoulos. Nicole's Paris Gavopoulos with a big booming kick up towards half, takes a bounce and makes it across, and it has found the foot of Serena McDonald. She'll get it right back again with a bit of time and space and plays a lovely ball through. Great vision, and she's got Cassidy Collicutt, but she was unable to make anything happen with it there. Ball bouncing around into the top of box. This is McDonald again with it now. Looking at her options, slips through another lovely little pass. Sofia Rappos trying to slip another pass through, goes in for a nice strong challenge, and it's Aaliyah Perez coming with it. Perez gets it right back, top of the box. Chance coming here, but out of her goal is Jana Fabaro to make the save, and she'll quickly throw it out to Lindsay Barwitzki. Vogel with it now. Vogel looking for options. Plays it on the ground. Porbacchiari lops the ball up looking for James, but Layla James unable to get onto the end of it. It's an absolutely scorching hot day here in the Dundas Valley. Can't imagine what the temperature is like down at field level. This is Leah Curtin laying it off for Kaylee Sprigadin. Sprigadin gets it back. Curtin with it again. Sprigadin's ball is deflected out for a throw-in. 5th minute of play here, friends. Still 0-0 between Hamilton and Pickering. I'm going to update you on scores from around the league at halftime, or if we have any injury pauses. Lots of action here this weekend, especially as the women's season winds down. This is the second last game of the season for Pickering. They've got a big test coming up against the NDC squad that currently sit in first place in the women's side. Hamilton United currently 3rd from the bottom, Pickering 4th from the bottom. So we'll see what these two teams can get done on the pitch. Pickering certainly have been having trouble putting the ball in the net this season. Right-footed outswinger coming into the top of the 6-yard box. Nodded away, but it'll be punched back in. Headed in towards goal, and that's going to go just wide of the net and out for a goal kick. So as we look at the standings currently, I mentioned Hamilton United 3rd from bottom right now. 7 points on the season, 2-13-1 record with 14 goals for and 54 against. Some serious defensive trouble for Hamilton this year with a -40 goal differential. And just in front of them, 4th from bottom, are the 3-11-3 Pickering FC squad we have on the pitch here today. 12 points from that, 9 goals for, 45 against, and a -36 goal differential on the season. Latest run of form for this Pickering FC side has seen them, and we'll go back to the 22nd for the last game I watched them play against Pro Stars. So they tied that game 1-1, another 1-1 tie against Waterloo the following week. A win against Guelph Union, a win against Alliance, and then 3 straight losses to North Mississauga, Darby, and Simcoe County. And then Hamilton on the other side of the coin have had a rough go of late. If you look at their last several games, it's not since May 28th that they've been in the win column. So Electric City lost, Simcoe County, Guelph United, Unionville, Blue Devils FC, Woodbridge, Darby, and Vaughan Azzurri all handing this Hamilton side L's this late stage of the season. Tecumseh still to come, and St. Catharines Roma Wolves in the next 4 to 6 days, actually, the 20th and the 22nd. So that'll be a jam-packed end of the season for Hamilton as they work it around the back, trying to free up some space, and an errant pass will go out for a Pickering throw. Another game after this is Hamilton United's men will be taking on Blue Devils FC at 8 p.m. I'd say stay tuned for that one, but it is not going to be the live stream. So if you want to watch it, you're going to have to get down here. That's your only real option here, or watch it on the delay, which is always fun too. Referee for today's match is Teodora Galisic, with the assistant referees being Vito Pipiton and Ronnie Baifut. Fourth official is Mahbub Gulistani, sorry, Mahbub. Ninth minute of play, still 0-0 here, friends. Spurgeon to take the throw in. Ball pushed out wide to Barwitzki. Hamilton taking their time, working out of their own end. Errant pass, sees a shot put in towards goal, and that's not going to be any sort of a challenge for Jana Febraro, sorry. Chance coming here for McDonald, top of the box, left-footed shot in towards goal and whistles just wide of the net. Best opportunity of the game so far off the boot of McDonald. Sarah Vogel playing it out wide for Barwitzki. She's found D'Alessio. That was broken up by Emily Cerrone. Calabrese with it now, slipping it through. And she was looking for D'Alessio, but just a bit too far in front of her. Decent little crowd here tonight. Not quite what we saw in North Toronto on Wednesday. That was absolutely fantastic for that match. And what an exciting game as North Toronto put the boots to FC London. That 4-0 victory. Great to see from a young squad like they have in North Toronto to be able to do as well as they have here so far in this season. In their first season on the League One Ontario women's side. This is McDonald with it again. Slipping a pass through, and she's hit her target. Chance coming, shot in towards goal, and great save by Febraro. Jana Febraro stopping Leah Storms, or rather that Casti Collicutt. I was going to say Leah Storms plays in the back, and she's made her way up to the top of the box here for this corner kick in the center back position. She had a really good game against Pro Stars a couple weeks back. McDonald's low ball in has found Collicutt, but that's going to be deflected out, and it'll be a goal kick for Febraro. Febraro lumps one up towards half. Need on. This will be D'Alessio. Or Leah James, rather, my mistake. Chance coming here for Paris. Paris cuts back. Lays it off for Leah James. Ball into the middle. Opportunity knocking, and that's going to end up in the hands of Paris Gavopoulos. And she'll release the pressure that had been building up in this Hamilton attack. Paris Gavopoulos with a big booming kick up over the halfway mark. Layla James stepping up and breaking up that attack. And another chance here as Casti Collicutt puts a shot in towards Febraro, and Febraro makes the diving save. Alessio was able to bring it down, and she was looking for Paris on that right side, but her touch let her down, and the pass was just a bit too strong. And Spriggan will get us back underway with the throw-in. Jimenez pumping a ball up towards Layla James. Corner kick coming here for Hamilton United. Had a chance to chat with former Hamilton United player Paige Culver earlier today for a piece that I'll be publishing for Oakville News tomorrow about the time she's having right now for Kalmar FK in the Swedish top flight. She's been there for this season after 2 years in France and playing in Italy before that after leaving League One Ontario. And she's got quite a challenge on her hand playing for the newly promoted squad, and they're punching above their weight, currently sitting fourth from bottom when nobody expected anything from them. And she's looking forward to the challenge. And actually tomorrow we'll be playing against another former League One Ontario All-Star in Sarah Stratigakis and Evelyn Venn for, I believe it's Kristianstad's. It's the name of the side that they're facing off against, who will actually be in the Champions League this year. So watch out for that opportunity. Knocking shot in towards goal, and Fabraro with a gorgeous save. Put that one on the highlight reel. That'll look real good on our Instagram. Oh, that's Alexandra Modi, rather that. Sorry, they've got Fabraro listed here at the top. So I should. Alexandra, I apologize. That was a bit confusing unnecessarily. And Alina whistled down. It'll be a Hamilton ball. Jimenez playing the ball out wide. Chance coming here as Paris is going to chase this down, and she's just unable to get on her horse and meet that one before it gets over the touchline. This is McDonald laying it off for Rappos, and she's trying to get it back to McDonald, but just a bit too far in front of her. And Sarah Vogel will escort that one out of bounds for a Hamilton throw. Hamilton lining up in a 4-3-3. Players to watch out for are Tiam Purbakiari, sorry, got distracted there real quick. Ignacia Jimenez, Kiara Bailey, and Lindsay Barwitzky have all been playing well these last several games for Hamilton United, but they've been hit by injuries, and it's, as we discussed earlier, it's been very challenging for them so far this year. This is Jimenez to take the corner, right-footed in-swinger coming in. Lost it up towards the top of the six, headed in towards goal and right into the hands of Paris Gavopoulos. She'll smash a ball up towards half, but nobody's there in white. Brought down by Kira Bailey. Another ball out to Paris, but just in front of her and over the line and out for another goal kick. 18th minute of play. The scoreline still 0-0. Sarah McDonald, or not Sarah McDonald, what am I saying? Serena McDonald with the best chance of the game so far for Pickering in the 10th minute. Great work there from Barwitzki stepping up and breaking up the play, but Pickering are back the other way. Another errant pass, sees the ball end up in Tim Pourbakhtiari's possession. D'Alessio working hard to win the ball back. Alexandra Muddy playing it out for Barwitzki. Jimenez's pass is deflected. Paris brings it down. Calabrese with it back out to Paris. Paris slipping a ball into the corner, onto the boot of D'Alessio. D'Alessio with it now, cutting in towards goal, and out to meet her is Leah Storms. Great work by Storms to close down D'Alessio there quickly before she could get on that ball. Ball lofted into the box, cleared. And Alina playing it back. Pourbakhtiari nodding on the header. Vogel playing it out wide for Barwitzki. Barwitzki's found Jimenez. Subic out wide, and Ovechnikova almost broke up that play, but it'll go out for a Hamilton throw. This is D'Alessio. D'Alessio cutting back inside. Good move to get around the defender. She's found Pourbakhtiari, and she was looking for Layla James, but unable to connect the dots. Ooh, lovely touch there from D'Alessio, and she's going to take a shot from range, and that's going to be a worm burner right into the hands of Paris Gavopoulos. No trouble there at all for the Pickering keeper. This is Paris. Paris with it now towards the edge of the box, closed down by Sprigadin, and her shot's going to go just wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. 22nd minute of play. Once again, it is still 0-0 here on an absolutely gorgeous, scorching hot day in the Dundas Valley on the McMaster University campus. We are at Ron Joyce Stadium, and it is Hamilton United taking on Pickering FC in your League One Ontario Women's Game of the Week. It's hard to say Game of the Week because my man Andre and I here have done 3 games already this week, so I'll call it the second Game of the Week here maybe for the League One Ontario Women. Andre says, I've done 4. It's not a competition, man. Sprigadin with the throw-in. Brought down and cleared up to D'Alessio. D'Alessio's going to bring it down, looking for options. Tries to lay it off, but Leah Storms is there. Her clearance is blocked. McDonald diving in, wins the ball back for Pickering, and she's closed down by D'Alessio. Battle of 2 number 7s there. Sprigadin comes away with it, tries to cut back outside, is met by Paris. Ovechnikova finally slowing things down, found Curtin. Sprigadin again, clearance blocked. Paris giving chase. Paris still with it on the touchline, puts a ball in towards Paris Kavopoulos, but that's going to go out. And Paris Kavopoulos will be given a goal kick. Couple players starting to filter in with familiar faces to anyone here in Hamilton. That looks like Matt Montero and a couple other former McMaster players rolling in, all in one go. Marcus Channer by the looks of it as well. Checking out the ladies' game. Jimenez playing it out wide. Kiara Bailey gets it caught up in her feet and is finally able to clear it up to Paris. Her touch lets her down as Ovanshikova plays it to Curtin. Curtin's looking for Sprigadin rather, and Paris comes away with it. And she's found D'Alessio. D'Alessio just didn't read the play right. Well, I can't say it was D'Alessio. He didn't read the play right. It was just a miscommunication between the two of them rather than. This is Jimenez with it now, laying it off for Kiara Bailey, or Barwitzki rather that. Jimenez winning the ball back for Hamilton. Barwitzki playing it up the wing. Kept in by Layla James, and she's found D'Alessio, but just a bit over top of her. She'd only jumped up and met that with the header. She would have probably popped it up over Paris Kavopoulos, but hindsight's 20/20, folks. I don't think she knew a whole lot about that ball to begin with. Chance coming here. Paris Kavopoulos is rounded by Layla James, and Layla James breaks the deadlock. 26th minute of play, 1-0 Hamilton United. Lovely little touch there from the 2002 born striker. Maybe things will open up a little bit more here now that there's been some separation created between these two teams. They've had a chance to feel each other out for these first 26 minutes. This is Jimenez with it now, turning, looking at her options. Ball goes out wide for Barwitzki. Jimenez back to Barwitzki. Looking for options. Plays it back and has found Sarah Vogel. Switching play. Ball goes out wide for Paris. Jimenez with it now. Trying to slip it through for poor Buchiari. Chance coming here for McDonald, but coming out to meet it is Alexandra Moody. Vogel on the ball. Through to Jimenez. D'Alessio with it now on her right foot. Plays it out wide for Paris. Paris chips one in, across the face of goal. Nobody able to get on the end of it, and that's going to roll out for a goal kick. 1-0, friends. 27th minute of play. Hamilton United home side up on Pickering FC here in this League One Ontario Women's Game of the Week. Ball lumped up towards half. Nodded on to McDonald, and McDonald's pushed out of the way there by Franca Subic. Paris with full head of steam, charging up the right side. Goes to take on Sprigadin, and Sprigadin gets a foot in and pushes Paris to the ground and will come away with the throw-in as well. McDonald nods it on, looking for Juliana Andolina, but Hamilton come away with it. This is Jimenez checking out her options. Poor Buchiari playing it out wide. Barwitzki into the box. Jimenez with it now. About 35 yards out from goal. Kiara Bailey with it now, putting a ball in towards D'Alessio. That's picked up by Storms. Storms is going to pump it up to McDonald. McDonald with it now, checking out who she's got with her. Cuts back around the defender, poor Buchiari. Still with it is McDonald. She plays it out wide, and she's got Cassidy Collicutt. And it'll be a Pickering throw. McDonald with it now. Layla James had been closing her down, and McDonald has her pocket picked by poor Buchiari. But McDonald comes away with it again. Cheeky little move in the middle of the pitch, and she slips it out wide for Ovechnikova. Ovechnikova is on her horse. She's going to try and get this before it goes out of bounds. She's able to. Pops the ball into the box, and that's broken up. Jimenez able to control. This is D'Alessio with it now, and she's well out of position, very far back into her own end. And that was not D'Alessio. That was actually Calabrese. Jenna Paris with it now. Spriggan breaks that up. Spriggan's throw has found McDonald. She's got it now. Cuts around a defender. She's got space. Trying to slip it through for Collicutt. Collicutt now able to get onto it, but that's going to be misplayed, and that's going to go out for another Hamilton goal kick. Whew! It's a spicy one. It is a spicy one here today, friends. Probably the hottest day that I've done a play-by-play for League One Ontario this season so far. Certainly hotter than the 2 days that we had earlier this week. You're back, you're good? All right, friends, we're back. Sorry about that disruption to service. It's a testament to how gosh darn hot it is here today, friends. My own cell phone's been giving me the temperature warning here the last couple minutes. I had to go put it in the shade, and the computer we're running off of here, same thing. I told you, it's a spicy one. At the moment, it looks like players are taking a quick little water break, or at least half the Hamilton side. Oh no, Pickering's there too. You didn't miss anything though, friends. No goals, no action, no yellow cards, no red cards. Man, how exciting was that game on Tuesday? I think we had 7 yellows, 2 reds. An equalizer and a go-ahead goal within 3 minutes of each other as we're in Hamilton. Woodbridge, rather, that defeated London 2-1. 2 long bus rides home for Hamilton's men and women this week. The League One Ontario Games of the Week. Poor Bachiari has found Jimenez. Jimenez with tons of time. Decides to pop a ball up over the top looking for D'Alessio. I'd have liked to have seen her hold on to the ball and push it up the field a little bit more there. Subic to Vogel. Vogel back to Moody. Moody's clearance gets over the head of Ovechnikova. Pourbachiari with it now. Jenna Paris taking it into the corner once again. Closed down by Sprigadin. Sprigadin gets a foot in and knocks that out for a corner kick, diffusing that little bit of a bomb. "36th minute of play, friends. 1-0 Hamilton United. Goal scored in the 26th minute by Layla James. She did a lovely job pushing the ball past the keeper, running around the other side and meeting the ball behind the netminder and popping it into the gaping goal. There goes James up for a header. This is D'Alessio with it now. Finally cleared by Pickering and up towards half. McDonald giving chase. She's not going to keep this one inbounds, though, unfortunately, and that'll go out for a Hamilton throw, I believe. No, that's a Pickering throw by the looks of it, and McDonald's going to take her time and grab a quick little water. And we've got a substitution. Ovechnikova coming out of the game here in the 36th minute. And replacing her will be Sophia Ashford. Gonna have to put my pen in the shade here even. I think it's gonna explode from the heat. I can't reiterate to you guys how hot it is here today. My goodness. This is D'Alessio. D'Alessio making her way into the box. Erica D'Alessio putting a shot in towards goal. She's upended, looking for the call, but that's going to go out for a corner kick. Jimenez to take a right-footed in-swinger. Ball lofted high in towards the top of the 6-yard box. Pourbachiari was there to go up for the header, but she's met by Paris Kavopoulos, who comes down with the ball and will take her time getting it back into play. Ashford getting a touch early on into her match here after being substituted in the 37th minute. Jimenez gets a toe to it. She's found D'Alessio. D'Alessio cuts back and she's found the goal scorer, Layla James. James looking for options. She'll touch it out wide. Ball played into Jimenez, who's got lots of space. What can she do with this? She's found D'Alessio. D'Alessio turns and fires. Shot in towards goal, and that's just over Paris Kavopoulos' goal. And it'll be another Pickering FC goal kick. 1-0. 39th minute of play, just turning into the 40th minute of play. Can't imagine we're going to see a whole lot of time to be added on to this half. Not a ton of injuries. Poorly taken goal kick has been turned over to Paris. Ball bouncing around. Pourbachiari here with it. She'll turn it over again. Good hustle there by Pourbachiari to try and win the ball back with the bit of pressure on the Pickering back line. Paraskevopoulos' ball punched up over half. Hamilton finally able to bring it down, and this is Bailey going back to Moody, or Alexandra Moody able to clear. Sprigadin's going to leave that one for Paraskevopoulos. This is Jimenez. Poor Bacchiari. D'Alessio playing it back to Vogel. Just got Barwitzki. Subic. Jimenez cutting back inside. Lovely little turn from Jimenez. She sprays the ball out wide. Hamilton taking their time in the build-up here, making sure that they find the opening. Not wanting to waste possession, which they've been okay about so far this game, but some errant passes here and there, which they haven't been made to pay for. This is Vogel. Subic. Subic slipping it through ball to Jimenez. Poor Bacchiari out wide to Barwitzki. Barwitzki on her left foot, cutting back inside onto her right. Looking at goal, shot in towards goal, and it could have been tipped there by Layla James, but she let it go by her right into the arms of Paraskevopoulos. Paraskevopoulos going to take her time getting this back into play. Collicutt with it now, and she's found a teammate. Chance coming here. Shot it towards goal and just wide of the net. Off the boot of Juliana Andalina. She's going to regret missing that one. She's not going to want to watch the game tape of that. She had a wide open goal there. Probably could have taken a touch around the keeper and just slid it in along the ground. Vogel looking for James. She gets nudged from behind. Poor Bacchiari looking for D'Alessio. This is Leah Storms. Leah Storms cutting back. Ashford turns, and that ball's knocked out for a Pickering throw. Sprigadin to take as we move into the 44th minute of play here in Hamilton. It's Hamilton United 1, Pickering 0. If anybody out there feels like bringing a ice cold Gatorade or 3 up to the booth, feel free. I know the staff up here would absolutely adore that. Gatorade, one of the proud sponsors of League One Ontario. Subic with it now. As I mentioned, Gatorade, proud sponsors of League One Ontario. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel with Gatorade. I'd also like to acknowledge Derby Star, official game ball of the Canadian Premier League, and preferred match ball for League One Ontario. Another great company that's involved with this league is Macron. Work hard, play harder, and Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted automotive high-performance brand. And if you have a chance, go to LeagueOneOntario.com, which you'll note that I use throughout the match here to keep you guys updated on scores and score lines and standings, and it's a great place to find all of that and your team of the week and updates on who's going to be involved in the League One Ontario live stream game of the week as well. And that site's hosted by Sports Engine. Sports Engine, bring your team together with Sports Engine HQ, just like League One Ontario does. And then a couple other organizations worth noting are the Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer, for that matter, takes flight. Ontario soccer encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. And then finally, Canada Soccer. Sign up for the new Canada Red fan membership program to get the inside track on national team tickets, exclusive merchandise, and other promotions. And you may have just heard the announcer say there is going to be 1 minute of additional time added on here, which is not entirely surprising, as there haven't been a ton of delays in the action here. Teodori Gilisic doing a fabulous job in the middle of the pitch, officiating this match. Jimenez laying it off for Bailey. This is Sprigadin. Picked off by Subic. Tiana Pourbukiari with it now on her right foot. Tries to put a ball in. That's blocked. She's got it on her left. Slips it through for James Layla. James shot it towards goal. What a save by Paris Kavopoulos. And that's the last play of the half. What a way to end it, folks. We're going into half. 1-0 Hamilton over Pickering. And we'll be back in 15 minutes with your second half of action. And I will start you off with scores from around the league when we get back, but we'll see in 15 minutes after we get some waters up in this press box. So stay tuned and we'll be back. It's too much. Why would It's
There is no choice there. It's like either this or Sprite.
caffeine will do you well. I can't believe the computer shut off like that. My phone did the same thing though.
Yeah, mine too. Even though I tried to hide the power block, but I haven't realized I put it close to the, touching that wall, whatever, and it was hitting from there. Stupid me. What a day. Guess I'm too old for that.
All right, friends, we are back with your second half of action here from Ron Joyce Stadium on the beautiful McMaster University campus here in Hamilton, Ontario, in the Dundas Valley. This is Jimenez with it now. Hamilton's up 1-0. Goal scored in the 26th minute by Layla James. Lovely job by James to round the keeper on that goal. Potential goal of the week. Try and update you here on any substitutions we take note of that may have occurred. Doesn't look like any so far. This is Sue Beach with it now, playing it out wide for Bailey. She was looking for Paymont, who's clearly a new entry into the game, so I misled you there moments ago. It's the first substitution of note. This is Sprigadin clearing the ball up. Vogel brings it down. McDonald, who's been very pesky so far today for this Hamilton backline, just missing out on winning back possession just moments ago. And it was Jenna Paris who left at halftime. One substitution in the first half as Anastasia Ovechnikova was subbed out in the 37th minute with Sophia Ashford coming in. That could be an awkward drive home, seeing as her dad's the coach. But we don't have an explanation as to why that occurred. Maybe she was hurt. I'd have to think so if you've got a substitution in the first half. Had a chance to catch up with the aforementioned Matt Montero and Marcus Channer at halftime. Marcus and Matt both suited up for Blue Devils FC last year. Marcus making his way to the Lithuanian second division in the off season, and a few weeks ago Mr. Montero left the Blue Devils for Alliance, where he's joined Ilya Orlov and his side. Marcus was telling me how in Lithuania he came over with a slight injury that seemed to only progressively get worse, and the nearest doctor who was able to treat him was at least 2 hours away. I couldn't imagine being in that sort of a situation, that far away from your family, but he's hopeful that he'll be back there this season. His agent's pushing to get something through to get him back to Europe. That ball's going to go out for a Pickering throw. Kaylee Sprigadin to get it back into play. This is Sprigadin again to McDonald. Bailey stepped up to break up that play. This is Jimenez. Jimenez cutting back is tripped up by Andalina. Jimenez wasting no time to get the ball back into Vogel. Subic out wide. This is Moody. Moody spraying it out to Bailey. This is the goal scorer, Layla James. She's closed down promptly by Emily Cerrone. Jimenez with it now. Her pass was blocked. Ball pumped up towards half. Bailey's found Paymont. Paymont into the middle of the pitch. Looking for James. James is touched a bit heavy, and Alea Perez is able to put a ball into a great spot for Andalina to run onto. Andalina with a shot in towards goal, and that's not going to trouble Moody at all. Alexandra Moody gets the ball back again. She had a good first half, made some sprawling saves to keep her side in the match, setting her team up for success as Layla James was able to return the favor and get a goal. And here's an opportunity as D'Alessio works her way into the edge of the box. D'Alessio with it now on her right foot, cutting back onto her left. Cleared from harm by the Pickering back line. Subic with it. Lofts the ball up to James. James's header has found D'Alessio. D'Alessio with it now at the top of the box. Closed down quickly. She's found Calabrese, who's put it on to Jimenez's foot. Paymont's going to go all the way back to Bailey. Bailey looking at her options, tries to chip it up, but that's going to go just as far as Paraskevopoulos, and she'll slow things right down. Just taking a quick look at my Weather Network app. It is in fact 400 degrees here today. Okay, I lied. It's not exactly 400 degrees. Can't imagine it's too far off though. This is Ashford. She gave it to Curtin. Ball up over the top. Jimenez able to clear it as far as Paymont. Paymont with it now. Looking for James. Play broken up. James comes away with it. She's closed down by Rapos, and she'll get the call, and it's a Hamilton ball. So officially it's 29 degrees, not 400, but I feel like the app might be wrong. 400 seems closer to reality here. So I promised you guys a look around the league at the scores from the games we've seen so far this week, and why don't we get around to that, because there's no time like the present, right, folks? Ball worked into the box, D'Alessio giving chase, and she gets a foot to it, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. So as we go around the league, friends, we'll start with Wednesday's games. Simcoe County 6, Pickering 1, with Coley, Sewula, Desa, Buak, Courtney Chockle, and Rowe getting the goals for Simcoe. Cerrone getting the lone goal for Pickering in that one. Chance coming here for D'Alessio. Shot in towards goal, and Paris Kavopoulos will make the diving save. Keep that one out of her goal. Vaughan Azzurri were 2-0 victors over Burlington Soccer Club, with Tansella and Mitchell getting the goals in that one. Clean sheet for Sierra Giorgio. Tecumseh were 2-1 winners over Guelph Union. Tecumseh getting goals from Leonetti and Robertson, with Shell getting the lone goal for Guelph. St. Catharines Roma Wolves were downed 3-0 by Alliance. Greco, Chung, and Alexander with the goals for Alliance. Stigoli with the clean sheet for Alliance United. And then our League One Ontario game of the week saw the North Toronto Nitros Shell FC London 4-0. Walker, Walk, Olivia Smith, and Rollins getting the 4 goals for North Toronto. And Raven Edwards Dodal getting the clean sheet in that one. And that was a great game. Very entertaining. Good value for your money. North Mississauga were 4-2 victors over Pro Stars FC in that battle of Peel region. Pro Stars getting goals from Sahara Zagano, getting a brace with a goal in the 7th and 65th minute, but Copeland, Windabank, Sealy, and Callender getting goals for North Mississauga to make that a 4-2 final. Woodbridge were 2-1 winners over Waterloo. Moritatis and Lisi getting goals for Woodbridge, and Green getting the lone goal for Waterloo in that match. And then Vaughan Azzurri were 2-1 victors yesterday over St. Catharines Roma Wolves. California Mitchell getting a brace. 55th and 72nd minute for those goals, and the lone St. Catharines Roma Wolves goal in the 90th minute by Zumpano. And FC London, another difficult match against the NDC. 2-0 loss there for London, with both goals coming from Amanda Allen in the 49th and 54th minute. Clean sheet for Noelle Henning of the National Development Center. For the first place NDC Ontario ladies, North Toronto Nitros getting another 4 goals in their match against Derby FC earlier today. Olivia Smith with 4. And we've been over this before, folks. I'm pretty sure 4 goals is considered poker. They call it poker in Italy. 5 goals being super poker. Somebody's going to need to confirm that with me. Nobody has yet, and it's really upsetting. So get at me on Twitter, at Piercelang_. I need a definitive answer. Illman getting the only goal for Derby FC in that one. And that takes us to Waterloo and Electric City. 4-0 victory for Electric City in that one. Oliveira, McQueen, Juris, and Oliveira getting her second of the match to make it a 4-0 victory. Clean sheet for Volpe in that. Got a substitution here, as it looks as though Alexis Curtin's out of the match. And Brianna Lee has made her way in. So we've seen a formation change here as Curtin plays a little bit further back, and Lee is going to be playing in a more advanced role than Curtin certainly was. As we go through these last couple scores to get you up to date, friends. Pro Stars difficulties continuing as Simcoe County Rovers got their second 5+ goal of the game, game of the week. Courtney Chalkle getting a brace in that one. Desa Buak and Uddenberg with the rest of the goals to make that a 5-0 victory. And give me a second here. I will confirm that the clean sheet went to Alicia Chisholm of Simcoe County Rovers, who are having a phenomenal first season, sitting in 4th place so far. And that gets us to here where we are right now, friends. 1-0 for Hamilton in this match over Pickering. Layla James scoring in the 26th minute, and it's been a bit of a back and forth since. You're all up to date on your scores from around the league, so if you're not informed by that little bit, go ahead and check out league1ontario.com, and all those same scores will be there, in case you don't trust me for whatever reason. This is McDonald. McDonald playing a ball in for Lee, but just a bit too far in front of Brianna Lee, and that's going to go out for a Hamilton United goal kick. 61st minute of play here, friends. Still 1-0. Subic, Moody, Vogel. They're looking for D'Alessio there. This is Bailey. Mia Paymont playing it back for Franka Subic. Sarah Vogel. Tiampur Bukhari playing it back to Subic. Poor Bukhari getting it again. Turning, looking for her option. She's got space in front of her, finally being closed down by a second defender. Puts a ball into the box, and Paris Kavopoulos is going to scoop that up and get it back the other way as quick as possible. Ball lumped up towards McDonald, but no trouble there for Subic to get on the end of. Jimenez trying to bring that down, but McDonald gets to it first. McDonald looking at what her options are and puts the ball off the back of Jimenez, gets it right back again, puts it in towards Collicutt. It's going to go out for a Pickering throw. Looks like we got another substitution here. Hamilton United, we're going to see Subic coming out of the game and Di Girolamo coming into the match here in the 63rd minute. Good match played by Franka Subic so far. being rewarded with a little bit of a rest here with her team up 1-0. Good hustle from Malaya Perez, putting the ball out wide. Ball swung into the box, and that's going to drift out over the touchline for another Hamilton United goal kick. Mia Paymon charging up the wing. Keeps it in. Looking for D'Alessio, but just a bit too far in front of her. Pickering really frantic trying to get the ball out of their own end right now. They got it up to Lee. Lee was closed down quickly. Still frantic stuff from Pickering when the ball ends up in their end here. McDonald whistled down for offside. Flag raised on that far side by Vito Pipitone. Had a great view. In good position there. Tudor Galisic. To the first goal, but 86th minute of play, Mia Pay United. And if things keep up the way that they have been going,